What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're going to have a look at The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt, but this time, it's with that new update that came out. So, I'm pretty sure ray tracing and stuff still doesn't work on, like, this kind of thing. And even if it did, it would run like crap, so. Still, there's other visual improvements and whatnot, so I figured, why not run through it again, run around a little, see what kind of performance we get, and shit, that's about all I got to say. So why don't we get this thing hooked up to our capture card here and get a little gameplay, and we'll look at the settings, do a benchmark, then get into the gameplay, but still, let's go get into it.
Alright guys, let's start off our gameplay here on the Steam Deck. Oh, I don't want gamma, I want graphics. And we're basically going to be on that Ultra Plus setting to start with, and it's probably going to run like crap, but I just figured, fuck it, why not? Let's try. Doesn't hurt to try. If it runs like crap, at least we know. Which it probably will. That's a tall order for such a little thing to be able to do Ultra Plus, even at such low resolution. Anyway, let's go find out how it plays. So here we go, and as I thought, not playable FPS at all. We're very under the absolute bare minimum for me of 30 FPS. And of course, I'm alright if it goes down like 28, 29 or something like that here and there. Because Elden Ring does that to me in spots, but this is just too much. Well, alright. I think we've tortured ourselves enough with this terrible FPS, so why don't we go tone the graphics down a tad. We're just going to do just plain old Ultra now. So scroll on through the graphic settings here. And this one honestly probably won't run much better, but this will at least probably be at least in the low 20s, just to guess. Obviously, I've already seen all this as I'm doing voiceovers, but it's hard to remember. I just did Steam Deck all the way to my main computer, so. Into the game. Now, here we go. Ultra now. Yep, like I thought, low 20s. What do we got here? I can examine.
These are older and deeper. Heavily armored. Nilfgaardians probably. Ground's black. Saturated with blood.
Well then. What else do we have around?
A camp.
Oh, I thought there was a bottle or something to look at.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them.
Yes, it did. It was like, fuck your party, I'm gonna eat you. Alright, and all of the footprints go that way, huh? Oh, and there's some stuff down here, huh? We'll take some linen. Alright, we'll take that too. But alright, why don't we go ahead and move on? Now down to high. So, let's cruise through these settings. I'm thinking this should be pretty close to 30, but it'll still drop under here and there, I'm pretty sure. But hey, we just reached the bottom, so one way to find out, let's jump in and find out for ourselves. Here we are on high now. Hey, actually seems like we're a little above 30 in spots. But let's see if we drop under 30 like I thought. Maybe we won't, who knows? Let's try to head off towards town. I think the town is one of the harder places to run around here. Oh, there we go. See, there's a 29 and a 21 and a 19 stutter there. Game definitely has its stutters here and there right now. But then again, I'm also not V-Saint. If I just locked it to like 30 FPS, it'd probably be a lot smoother. which is what I would do if I wanted to play on just high and not sit there and go through the settings. But with games like this, I like to fiddle with the settings and get the exact thing I'm looking for. So now, let's tone the graphics down once more. Now for medium. So let's cruise through here. Probably should turn that down. There we go. It doesn't have a medium, but rather it be on low than high, because we're not doing high anymore. Turn a couple of these guys off. I'm leaving Hairworks off because it doesn't work anymore. It worked all right with a, FPS penalty before, but now it just makes him bald. So I didn't do that. So now let's go see how medium does. So now here is medium. Wow, we're actually all the way up in the 50s. Wow, I'm fucking surprised, honestly. I figured we might be in the, mid 40s or something, but to be in the low 50s to mid 50s? All right. Go Steam Deck. All right, we're dropping more down in the 50s now, but lower 50s, but still. I bet once we get to town, and we still have the random stutter here and there to deal with. But I'm still very impressed. And it's not like it looks horrible. Definitely doesn't look as good as high did, but doesn't look horrid. The only thing that I really don't like is some of the plants look a little off. But that might just be because the resolution's too low, so I can't just blame that on only the medium setting, you know? It's not like we're at 4K max settings anymore.
May the sun shine upon you.
The sun is shining upon me right now. Alright, and now let's move on. Now let's do low before we mess around with my settings. First, we gotta get to the bottom of low and get a little gameplay in. Now, will this be able to hit 60? I don't know. Probably not everywhere, but maybe it'll be able to hit 60 in some spots. That'd be kind of neat. Probably isn't gonna look very good anymore, but hey. Now that we're at the bottom, let's go find out. Now, here we go with low. And wow, we're at 70 FPS. Like I thought, the game doesn't look that pretty anymore in certain spots. Geralt still looks alright. Kind of soft in certain spots, like the hair and whatnot, but hey, what do we expect? So let's see if we can stay above 60 the whole time. Because if we can, or at least stay close, we can at least say, hey, if you only care about 60 FPS mode, just go low and have fun, you know? Alright, we dropped down to 60 there. Last time we went by this guy's house, we dropped all the way down to 19. Not that time, though. Oh, there we go, 59 for a split second. But hey, if you didn't have the frame rate counter up, would you notice that? I don't think I would, being completely honest. I can notice big jumps like that. I would have noticed that big stutter right there, whether I had a frame rate counter or not. That's the kind of shit I pick up on, is not like frame times, I think, more than anything. So as long as we got smooth frame times, I'm kind of a happy guy. But don't get wrong, good frame times and good FPS kind of go hand in hand.
Looking for trouble?
But they're not completely linked. Sometimes it can be game engine linked and shit too. But anyway, let's move on. And now, let's do my settings. So first, let's scroll through here. I turned anything off. I figured for the Steam Deck, in a newer game like this that's been all updated, it's probably just too hard to run. It's just going to kill our FPS, but obviously you guys can turn it off and on and do all the stuff you want to do yourself, but this is just the settings I would run to get decent FPS. Because it's not like we can get 60 without low. Anyway, let's go jump into the game. Alright, let's start my gameplay now. We're going to start off screen recording anyway, just at 30, and then when we jump on over to camera recorded, we'll try 40 instead. But so far, even though it's at locked 30, I'd say it's pretty fucking smooth. As smooth as 30 FPS can be anyway, because you get 33 milliseconds of frame time. But it's stuck there pretty much, unless you get a stutter or something that the locked frame can't deal with. How funny would that be if you could lock a frame and it's like, no, I'm going to defy the physics of your hardware, and I'm going to give you fucking 60 or 40 or 30 FPS anyway. Everybody would use that. Oh, no, that's weird. I could have sworn I saw Misty come in here to visit, and I was going to go down and pet her, and she's not there. Did I imagine it, or did she just ninja her way like under my chair and out back the room before I even had a chance to pet her? Sometimes she's like that. Yeah, well, we still had a little teeny stutterer here and there. But anyway, let's move on to camera.
Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera gameplay in now. Now we're going to try out some just 40 FPS mode, because that's kind of what I like to do on the Steam. If I can't get 60, I'd much rather have 40, because it just feels so much more smooth than 30. Yeah, we still have little stutters and whatnot when it pre-caches shit, but beyond that, it seems to stay at 40 most of the time. See, there's some more of that crap. It dropped all the way down to 25 for a second there. But it's not like I went through every single spot during 30. And even if we were at 30, going through there, it would have dropped under 30 right there to 25, so I don't really care about that shit. I'm not going to make my settings around random stutter from it pre-caching shit it loads in the background, you know? That just makes no sense. Other thing I like doing this, saves you some battery, and it really cuts down on the heat. Look at my CPU and GPU. You guys might not be able to read it, so I'll read it off. CPU is chilling at 75, 76, and the GPU is chilling at 71, 72, instead of like close to 90 and high 80s, you know? If you just let the FPS go fucking wild, that's what happens. But damn, this shit does look really nice on the Steam Deck now with this update. And it still runs real good. Can't try ray tracing out or anything, but let's all be honest, ray tracing on the Steam Deck would suck. It'd be like, hey, do you want 11 FPS with stutter down to 3? Well, hell, we've got the setting for you. That's pretty much what it feels like it would be like anyway. And it's also really nice to not have my fan make a bunch of weird noises as I play games, since I fixed that. Shh, soldiers doing push-ups, huh? Oh shit, we got a fire. They did a good job on fire. Fire looks pretty fucking realistic. Yep, I think I'll have plenty of fun playing this on these settings on this thing. I'm probably honestly going to play most of it on my main rig with a 4090, but it's nice to be able to come in, relax at night, and play some games on this too. Most of the time I play Persona or Elden Ring, or some Sonic Frontiers as I'm just trying to chill in bed. But sometimes I want to continue with what I was playing a little bit before, in the other room, in bed, so it's nice for shit like that too. Out of me way, for I am a witcher. Seems like it's almost nighttime here. Well, that's okay, at least we got some daytime gameplay in. I'll have to probably wait once I get to the damn laptop though until it becomes daytime. I don't want the whole damn laptop 1080p video to be me running around at night. I wonder if there's a way to just change times. Some games just don't let you, like. Far Cry 6, nope, couldn't change it all. You had to wait. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say you can't. Because I'm sure there was, like, some registries and it's, like, maybe some, like, random files you can mess with. Like in the My Documents. A lot of games are like that, where you can mess with an INI file in there, open it up in Notepad, and mess with shit there, but I didn't do any of that. Nor do I generally like doing it, but I'm going to do it for a couple of games. Somebody gave me some options in one game. It wasn't Back 4 Blood, what the hell was it? Dead by Daylight. They showed me how to get up to like 120 FPS and like all sorts of other shit, so I'm gonna have to go do a little bit of stuff to that game to get that, but I don't mind doing that if people ask. But the one thing I can't do is sit here and oh, nope, that's not what I want. Back.
That stench.
Here we go. Come here, you little motherfucker. Want to get some gameplay battle in, too. Gameplay battle, just some battle in. Ah, fuck you, dude. Because it still stuttered a little bit. Oh. I helped people out. Oh, well, that's cool. Its populace has returned. Cool. I helped some people out.
You know, Witchers, folk can say what they will. I'll never forget what you did for us.
Damn straight.
But to pray, beg evil spares us at least.
So it definitely started a tiny bit during combat too, but nothing I couldn't handle, and it kind of just stopped after a little while. So it probably just had to pre-cache all of his moves in or some nonsense like that. Who knows? But I'd say this is more than playable, especially at my settings. And since it's a freaking PC game, if these aren't to your liking, you can obviously change them up all you want until it plays and looks the way you want. That's why I like it. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up now? Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt on the Steam Deck. And it played pretty good. Obviously, we ain't playing on no Ultra Plus and no Ultra. Even high couldn't quite get us 30 FPS experience constantly. But that one was staying around 35 with drops down to like 27 and whatnot, 26. So if people can deal with that, you can pretty much just run it on high. But medium seemed to run really good, as did low, but they didn't really look that good. So I used my settings, which was a mixture of medium and a couple things on ultra. And I thought it looked pretty good. Played good at 30 FPS during the camera and played good during the 40 FPS. Had a couple drops at the 40, but hey, sometimes that happens. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, because I sure as hell enjoyed making the video. And until the next video, peace out, guys.